A car is built with several seats, yet the ideal man in a 1980s car commercial was often alone. No child asking a question, no spouse changing the radio, no traffic, grocery bags, school pickup, or monthly payment. Just a clean road and a machine that responded instantly to him. The brands changed, the sheet metal changed, the promise kept returning. Behind this wheel, nobody interrupts, doubts, or outranks you. The decade was not simply advertising transportation, it was manufacturing one extremely specific man, then offering the car as evidence that you had become him. The isolation was so consistent that it stopped looking like a production convenience and started looking like the product's most important invisible feature.
Pontiac, we build excitement that you love to drive. Pontiac, we build excitement that you've got to try. Pontiac, built with a feel for the road. Excitement to drive, for feeling
Pontiac's excitement was not the excitement of a crowded family trip. It was speed, angular light, rock rhythm, and a driver whose confidence required no explanation. The car supplied motion while the commercial supplied a personality. Buying practical transportation could feel cautious. Buying excitement made caution someone else's problem. The machine became a public credential for appetite. This man still takes risks, still commands attention, still refuses the ordinary. Even a sedan could borrow the emotional silhouette of a performance car if the editing made the driver look decisive enough. The basic fantasy was control. Work could be political, marriage required negotiation, the economy could change faster than a career, a car reduced cause and effect to pedals, steering, and acceleration, turn here and it turns, press here and it moves. The commercial removed every maintenance problem, delay, and other drivers so that control appeared pure. Masculinity was translated into responsiveness. The correct man did not ask permission from the road confirmed him. Camera placement helped. Low angles enlarged the body. Instrument close-ups made speed look deliberate. A curve answered the driver's hand as cleanly as a subordinate following an order. Editing removed the ordinary hesitation between desire and result.
It seems this is the year many car makers are rediscovering the thrill of performance. It's also the 55th straight year BMW hasn't had to. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
BMW refined the same identity through competence rather than noise. Ultimate did not mean the most comfortable room or the most generous back seat. It meant a machine legible to the person who knew how to drive it. Engineering vocabulary separated the informed man from the merely affluent one. He did not need chrome to announce status because his choice demonstrated discernment. This was still hierarchy, but disguised as expertise. The driver became the sort of man who could recognize quality others might miss. Look at how often the road is empty. Solitude is doing emotional work. The absent family means no competing desire. The absent boss means no institutional rank. The absent city means no regulation except the curve ahead. A vehicle marketed for daily life becomes a temporary sovereign territory. The man is valuable because he is unencumbered, and the car protects that condition. Domestic responsibility might appear in the brochure. Freedom occupied the commercial. Even when a wife appeared, she often validated the choice or admired the arrival, rather than altering the route. The fantasy depended on preserving one unquestioned center of decision.
Recently,
Car and Driver magazine chose the 10 best roads in America. Not the smoothest roads, or the fastest, or even the most beautiful, but the roads that offer the most driving fun per mile. Car and Driver magazine also chose the best handling car in America, the Porsche 944. The roads are waiting, and so is your Porsche.
Porsche made Escape look disciplined. The car was not a rebellion that threatened a career, it was the reward a successful career could purchase. That distinction mattered in a decade fascinated by ambition. The driver could remain respectable and still feel dangerous. The machine held both identities at once: executive in the parking lot, outlaw on the road. Advertising did not have to invent the wish to escape. It made escape compatible with achievement, then attached a monthly price to the feeling. Chevrolet widened the same man into a national type. Personal choice became evidence of belonging. Work boots, assembly lines, farms, small towns, and highways built a visual America around the vehicle. The driver was not indulging himself. He was participating in the country's heartbeat. This gave consumption moral cover. Power, size, and newness could appear as loyalty rather than vanity. The car did not merely say who you were, it said where you belonged. The worker who assembled it, the driver who bought it, and the landscape it crossed were edited into one continuous body. Choosing the vehicle felt like joining a national chorus whose lyrics had already decided what a dependable man looked like.
Listen to the heartbeat of America. Listen to the heartbeat of America. Oh yeah.
It's the rhythm on the road. It's the pulse on the street. City and town, a magic sound.
Feel the heartbeat of America. Chevrolet.
That's today, Chevrolet.
The campaign connected private ownership to collective virtue. A worker built the vehicle, a family depended on it, a landscape welcomed it. The driver inherited all three associations without having to perform them inside the commercial. He could be caring, productive, and patriotic simply by choosing the right badge. This is one reason automotive advertising was so useful for male identity. A single object could claim adventure, responsibility, taste, and citizenship at the same time. Performance ads removed other people. Luxury ads brought them back as witnesses. In Cadillac's Working Late story, the car waits after the office empties, turning overtime into a tableau of deserved success. The man may be alone, but the building, the parking lot, and the viewer recognize why. His sacrifice has produced a visible reward. The vehicle converts hours nobody saw into status everyone can see. It is not only comfort, it is proof that the lonely climb counted. The spot also makes overwork look voluntary and elegant. Fatigue disappears, the empty office becomes a monument, and the polished car promises that sacrifice has a visible return.
Seems it's always been like this. The last car in the lot has been yours. And now all that hard work and all those long hours have paid off. In recognition, in financial success, and in the way you reward yourself. Isn't it time you owned a Cadillac? After all, who deserves one more than you?
Best of all, it's a Cadillac.
A luxury car without recognition is merely an expensive interior. Advertising therefore staged moments when strangers understood the owner correctly. Doormen, valets, colleagues, and neighbors served as a social measuring device. Their glance completed the purchase. The successful man did not have to announce his rank because the vehicle announced it for him. The machine became a portable introduction, especially useful in a culture where status was celebrated, but obvious boasting could still look insecure. Approval arrived indirectly, which allowed vanity to present itself as simple good judgment.
The black Cadillac, please. Right away, sir.
Excuse me, I believe that's my Buick.
Today, it's not easy to distinguish yourself from the crowd.
This my Cadillac?
No, it's an Oldsmobile. I think.
The Lincoln Town Car, please.
Yes, sir.
But the Lincoln Town Car stands apart And whether you choose it for its unparalleled spaciousness or graceful ride, you'll know there's nothing like a Lincoln.
No one will ever believe it.
Lincoln, what a luxury car.
Lincoln made the witness literal. The valet confuses competing luxury cars, but the Lincoln is unmistakable. The joke flatters the owner twice. His taste is distinct, and a service worker trained to recognize status confirms it. The product claim is not hidden under the hood. It exists in a small social humiliation inflicted on rival buyers. Luxury becomes comparative. Your car matters because another man's car can be mistaken for something less. Oldsmobile confronted a different anxiety. The brand looked like the previous generation's success. Not your father's Oldsmobile tried to keep status while removing age. The father remained essential because rejecting him gave the younger man a direction. The new driver could inherit the institution without inheriting the image. Even rebellion was framed as a product upgrade. A generational conflict that might take years to negotiate became solvable in one showroom. The cleverness is that the campaign could insult the old image without abandoning the old authority. The son still measured himself against a father, and the brand still occupied the family line. Newness did not erase inheritance. It repackaged inheritance as a decision the younger man believed he had made alone.
Introducing the all-new Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Four-wheel disc brakes, a multi-port fuel-injected V6 engine, four-wheel independent suspension, and aerodynamic styling even the wind can't resist. In short, the new Cutlass Supreme is not your father's Oldsmobile.
Put the campaigns side by side, and their differences start to look like costumes. Pontiac sells appetite, BMW sells mastery, Porsche sells sanctioned escape, Chevrolet sells belonging, Cadillac and Lincoln sell recognition, Oldsmobile sells generational renewal. Each route leads to a man whose position feels secure. He chooses, the machine obeys, the world notices. Domestic negotiation, uncertainty, and dependence remain outside the frame. This does not mean the cars were interchangeable. It means the emotional problem assigned to them was remarkably stable. A product could be sporty, practical, imported, or luxurious and still promise relief from the same fear that a man's authority might no longer be obvious. That is why a product with several seats kept producing the image of one man alone. The car was carrying more than bodies. It was carrying an answer to a question the commercial never said aloud. What would make your authority feel undeniable? The 1980s offered horsepower, engineering, national belonging, and valet recognition as separate answers. Underneath them sat the same hidden pitch. You do not have to explain the man you are if the machine arrives first. Its acceleration can stand in for decisiveness. Its price can stand in for achievement. Its badge can stand in for taste. And its empty passenger seats can preserve the illusion that no other person gets a vote. The road was empty, so nothing could contradict him.